For the first time in nearly 30 years, Australia is entering a recession, ending a dream run of economic growth that began in the era of Hawke and Keating. The economy went backwards in the March quarter, a direct result of the bushfires and COVID-19 crises. And with hundreds of thousands of Australians out of work, the Treasurer is warning the worst is yet to come. Here's political editor Andrew Probyn.
29 years after the recession we had to have comes the one we couldn't avoid.
Is Australia in recession today?
The answer to that is yes.
Josh Frydenberg didn't utter the R word, instead painting the grimmest of pictures.
This was the Economist's version of Armageddon.
In the first 3 months of the year, Australia's economy shrank by 0.3%, the first negative quarter since 2011. The year-on-year result, the weakest since the global financial crisis. The March quarter had it all.
Flood, fire, drought, and now the coronavirus pandemic.
The education and tourism sectors were struck first by COVID-19 when arrivals from China were banned in February. Tougher distancing restrictions in March forced the closure of pubs, cafes, restaurants and some shops. Panic buying at supermarkets didn't stop household spending plummeting.
Massive drop. Transport, hotels, cafes.
Australia's done well when you look overseas. Japan's contraction 3 times bigger. The United States economy down 1.3%, the UK 2%. Italy and France, which were also hit hard by COVID-19, both shrank by more than 5%, almost double that in China, where the virus first struck. But today's figures don't reflect the economic horror many are experiencing. The current quarter will be awful.
Far more severe than what we have seen today. But it's really a consumption story.
Treasury's expecting the economy to shrink 10% in the June quarter, bringing almost 3 decades of uninterrupted growth to a shocking stop.
This long run of growth was created by Hawke and Keating, it was defended by Rudd and Swan, and it ends under Morrison and Frydenberg.
Many Australians already know the brutal reality of this recession, and with unemployment to remain painfully high for quite some time, creating jobs will remain a challenge long after the pandemic has passed. To that end, employers and unions today held the first of several meetings to see if they can agree on how workplace laws can be changed to make that easier.
We all have to come into this process and be willing to make compromises.
We're going to approach it with an open mind. We're going to approach it in good faith.
A new era of consensus? Too early to tell. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.
The federal government will roll out 20